Today I'm going to talk to you about PR reputation rescue. So have you ever had a personal situation where maybe you've said the wrong thing or you've been seen in a certain way and everyone's opinion has changed about you? And sometimes feels like it's really hard to get control of the situation. And there are a few steps that you can use in what's called crisis management in PR crises. And remember that PR is all about reputation. It's about what people say about you when you're not in the room. As the wonderful Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, coined the term to describe brands or personal brands so well. It's what people say when you're not around. So when it comes to a PR crisis, it's all about not what you say, but how you say it and the underlying behaviors and demonstration of integrity that is going to help you repair the situation. And I'll just give you a personal insight around this because I can remember many years ago in 2001 when a person that I really love made a massive blunder and did a public demonstration or speaking on a public forum in a way that shocked the audience very much, and they changed their opinion largely because what was said was kind of inappropriate and not suitable for that forum. And because I'm a PR expert, they came to me, the speaker came to me and said, what should I do? And it's really important when this happens to you because no one is immune. It will happen either professionally or personally on a small scale, I hope, or on a bigger scale. And what you've got to be so mindful of is being very authentic and being very quick to respond and putting yourself in the audience's shoes. Don't focus on the ripple effect of what has happened. Because if you do this on a public platform, there's no stopping it nowadays. It's very different to 2001. With digital media, the speed at which bad news travels is out of control. So one has to take a step back, and I've got two really good examples for you from current events that are really great demonstrations of what to do and what not to do when you have a PR crisis. So as I said, no one's immune to it. And take how Elon Musk made an enormous brand blunder recently on a global scale. And what he did was an inappropriate physical gesture, and it was made without any forethought or planning. And it was followed by casually shrugging off the backlash and the response from the public and the media as well. And if for just one moment we turn our attention away from the gesture, the physical gesture itself, what has deepened the wound is how Musk managed the situation and the fallout. And he really chose sarcasm and shrugging it off rather than acknowledging what had happened and taking any accountability for his role in what had happened. Now for him, the backlash, this is going to be permanent, absolutely. People's opinions are changed permanently, right or wrong. And he does say it was unintentional. And the fallout for him is that Tesla owners, his commercial brand, not his personal brand, but the Tesla owners are now reported to be wanting to distance themselves from anything to do with him and his brand. This is like catastrophic. And with proper crisis management, there's such a different way for the whole thing to play out. Absolutely. And the casual dismissal of the critics meant that Musk missed the opportunity to restore trust or gain any ground through acknowledging the impact of his actions. And this highlights a really flawed method of crisis management where there's like no management, which is ignoring the emotions and perspectives of the people that were affected. It's very important to be aware that as a public figure or as a person with any sort of online profile or just as a human, you have a degree of responsibility for how your actions are perceived and play out in the world. There is a degree of that, absolutely. So that is very much what not to do, is remaining so distant and lacking empathy toward the audience. And on the other hand, we had the Australian Open tennis. And there was a bit of a scandal when commentator Tony Jones appeared to give very inappropriate words in his coverage, and he had given a lot more thought on how to approach the crisis that his reputation went through. And after the backlash to his inappropriate remarks about Novak Djokovic, Jones made both a private apology, totally off air. It was behind the scenes. It's been reported to have happened. And he also made a public apology, which was very much requested by Djokovic's team and support team. And while the response wasn't unanimously praised, it demonstrated an effort to really acknowledge the harm caused. And his steps are really noteworthy. He took accountability first and foremost. He acted promptly. That is one of the most critical elements of when a reputation needs a rescue, how to respond. And addressing those directly affected. So he did that both behind the scenes and front and center on a public platform. So it's very important to take notice of, it's not entirely what you say, it's how you do it. It's the speed, it's the taking ownership and being accountable, and it's the empathy first and foremost. And there's always a little bit more detail to it. So some of the key takeaways are, in a crisis, you can start by assessing the situation, really seek maybe some external objective opinions around what has taken place and what are the facts and what are the current opinions and responses. Acknowledge your role in this and what contributed to the negative backlash, and then to really act swiftly. This is so critical because timing is the essence, absolutely, with everything to do with reputation and relationship, which is what public relations is all about. And also use your public platform, use it really well, and know that people value sincere words rather than defensiveness or disregard for their perspective. Even acknowledging a perspective that you don't agree with would have a lot of currency for sure. And a strong response is not about perfection, because you can't please everybody, can you? It's about taking accountability and really meaningful action. So sometimes there are ways that you can make up for what has taken place. There's other ways that you can offer a thorough examination of what has taken place, or just provide better customer service, whatever it might be. And I hope that these tips around crisis management are helpful for you when you think about what you can do in personal situations, public situations as a brand or a personal brand as well. Remember, your reputation is absolutely everything. It's critical, but it is something that you can manage and be very authentic about and very consistent about. And I have an announcement for you today, which is that in 2 weeks, on Thursday, the 13th of February, I'm going to be sharing a workshop on the 3 mistakes to avoid so that you can get featured in PR and stop wasting time and energy. So if you click on the link in my website, you'll see how to join this free live webinar. And I can't wait to join you there for a free live training event where you can gain more insights into how to get the most out of your PR efforts and your reputation rescue, which I hope you don't have to navigate. Bye for now.